Hello, everybody. I'm back. I am back. I am back with a fist pound right there on the armchair. That's right. I'm back. I have had a chance to look at some of the edits from episode 2 since our last vlog, and they look pretty good. It's a very, very, very rough cut of the episode. One of my editors, Michael, is going to be working on tightening them up a bit, trimming off some of the fat, making them real lean. And then I'm going to start working on getting the music after this weekend. So that's the status update on episode 2. And like I said, we are trying to get it done by Christmas because nobody wants to think about this episode over Christmas. Really, really, we don't. So I'm not, my hair's not messed up today. No messy hair today. Messy hair will make an appearance next week when I vlog to you guys from El Paso next Saturday. So there you go. I know it'll come back. I promise. I swear. So anyhow, that's the status update on episode 2. I wanted to go ahead and kind of diverge into another subject for a bit. I want to talk about the writing. I don't know if you guys have looked on the Twitter or the Facebook updates, but the outline for episode 5 has already started. And I know that sounds kind of weird because we haven't even put out episode 2 yet, and I'm already talking about episode 5. Well, my main responsibility on the show is writer and producer. I directed the first episode, but I am not directing episodes 2, 3, or 4. Those are completely out of my hands. And I'm not the editor, also. I did not edit episode 1. I'm not editing episode 2, or 3, or 4. And the reason why is because I like to keep my responsibilities a bit more focused. It's very easy to get googly-eyed. I don't know if that's the word to describe it, but it's just very easy to get taken with so many aspects of filmmaking or production. Especially, I mean, that's something you encounter a lot in film school, is that you want to do everything. You want to have your hand in everything. I mean, and everything now is so much easier to do, especially like special effects. You can do editing. You can do so much. You can direct now with cameras being as affordable as they are. It's very easy to just get to get very fascinated with everything and want to tackle everything at the same time. And while I think that could have been possible with the show, I wanted to simulate the television environment as much as I could. And in TV, you do have a different writer. You do have different writers for different episodes. We haven't gone there yet. I'm still the writer for all the episodes, but you have different directors. You have an editor, different editors, and you have different crew people who just come in. They do their one bit and then they kind of move on. So we're trying to emulate that kind of experience as much as we can. So that's the reason why my main responsibility as a writer is to just write and to just think of ideas. And I'm a huge advocate of the saying that you have to write every day. You really do. To become good at writing, you have to write every single day. And it may not have to be the same story, but just write something. Work on something. Find a long-term project and then kind of sprinkle it in with smaller projects. And just work on something every day. Now, I'm not speaking as somebody like of huge experience, like I'm some kind of expert, but I do think it's helped my writing a lot. There was a time, if you guys go on my blog on the website, where I talk about it a bit. I talk about my history as a writer. And yeah, I spent a good 2 years just outside of school. I took a huge break. I took a huge break from school to just work on a story that still has not seen the light of day. And it probably is going to need a huge amount of work because it's got problems. But I'm very thankful to that story, because even though it may not be good, quote unquote good, I think it has merit to it, but it just needs a lot of improvement. That particular project gave me something to work on every single day and find out what's good and what's bad and how my brain works and all that stuff. And so that's the reason why I can talk about episode 5 way in advance, because that's just my main job. And then, of course, as a producer, my main responsibility responsibility is to make sure that everything for the directors and the cast members is taken care of. So I get props, I find locations, I set schedules. I'm basically the intermediary between everybody, and I make sure that stuff gets done. So that's my job. I think next week I'll talk a little bit more about how I write and how I come up with ideas and where I go to for stuff like that. But until then, that's it for me today. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. I hope you guys have enjoyed this and found it very informative. Episode 2 next week. Pray. Stop by every altar on your way home. I don't care which one it is. Just throw holy water, throw some incense, throw some I don't know, throw seeds, throw money. No, don't throw your money. But just yeah. Keep us in your minds and prayers and all that stuff. Anyways, all right, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next week.